Last time, venturing in the jungles of Chult. Our heroes finally made their way to Neverwinter, unimpeded by any danger on the road. They entered the city, went through the gates to breathe in the atmosphere of the Jewel of the North. A few things hung before them as options. They could go straight to Gundren's contact, they could go to the market, or they could go find Droop. And so they decided first to meet with Vivacity's parents and see their old friend. Yes, priority. There they found, even though it was early, a packed tavern, which wasn't too out of the ordinary, save for how high in the sky the sun was. And they quickly discovered that it was for the reason of Droop being there. Both of Viv's parents were tending a packed bar, thanks to the cooking provided by Droop, as he appears to have quite a lot of skill in the matter. They made their reunion with Droop jumping into Vivacity's arms, Vivacity's dads, both giving gleaming eyes of pride towards their daughter and her accomplishments, and her very close future, possibly. And they spoke on what had happened and everything that they had been through as a group. As well, another bard in the tavern was spotted. This man, Lauren Singsteel, the blonde voice, turned out to be a Harper agent, and he gave Vivacity a bit of information regarding the death curse. She discovered that an artifact called the Soulmonger was responsible. It was a necromantic artifact hidden somewhere within the jungles of Chult. Lauren had actually been the agent that had informed Syndra, Gundren's contact, prompting the party to visit Syndra, see what more they might discover. They decided to bring Droop with them and made their way to Syndra's manse and talked to the old decrepit woman who appears to be afflicted by the death curse. She had sagging, desiccated skin and appeared to be close to death's door, though the inner vitality was still there. Her outward form displayed something very different. The old woman spoke much of the same about the death curse, about its origin coming from Chult, and quickly spreading across the Sword Coast, and perhaps all of Faerun. She asked the party if they would aid her in investigating Chult, delving into the jungles to find the whereabouts of this Soulmonger. Not only would they be helping her, they would also be helping Gundren. Indeed, they would be heroes of all of Faerun. And as if that wasn't enough, Bellion's mother needed her. And so we ended our session heavy with the knowledge of what was to come and the trials they were going to face. For the jungles of Chult are very, very dangerous. Not only are there the beasts, monstrosities, and dinosaurs that roam, there are jungle goblins, pterafolk, and roaming undead from a vast undead army in the past. And thus brings us to present moment. Right. I'm gonna just do a little bit of theater of the mind right now. As you exit Syndra's mansion and go back to the streets of Waterdeep, you are greeted once again by the smells of the city. It's definitely different than Baldur's Gate, more well kept, but it is still a city nonetheless. There is the crisp, fresh air, cool, blowing from the docks, port, mixed a little bit in with humans, humanoids. That certain specific smell that comes with humanoids gathered in large masses. But there are also fragrances, fresh fish, floral fragrances, spices, concoctions, alchemical mixtures wafting all around. There are the sounds of Waterdeep. Oh my god, not Waterdeep, Neverwinter. Yeah, Neverwinter, sorry. Yeah. Right. And as you enter the streets with all of that on your minds, what you want to do? Did you say goodbye? Did? Oh yeah, that's right. That did. Okay. All right. Did we take care of all the equipment selling and everything? I think we did a little. Okay. I made a wagon And I put it all in that, but I figure out where I put the I do, I have all of your gold logged. There we go. Okay. Got it. So what I did is, if you go to your cohorts tab, you'll see the extraplanar wagon fortress. Right above actions. Do you have it? Yeah, that should be your all of your treasure. And then you can also put equipment on that too. That's the wagon fortress. That's weird. Okay. Hold up one second. Brecker, what was that superior scroll of Revivify? Okay, because I'm not seeing it show up in the wagon fortress. Yeah. Put it in the party sheet, and then I'll take care of that, because I think maybe it won't work for you guys because you're players. No. You could put it in the party sheet, and then I can fix that. Yeah, it works for me. Do you see it in the wagon fortress when you guys put it in? Or like, what I mean, like if you open up the window for the wagon, and then if you drag and drop an item, do you see it show up in the inventory? Oh, maybe. Ah, that's interesting. Maybe it only shows on yours, but it doesn't show for everyone else. You know what I mean? Because it's like your inventory or something. That's interesting. I thought this would work, but maybe that's... Oh, I'm seeing it now. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Every wagon fortress is counted as a different one per the sheet. Yep, it's not all linking to one, it's linking to all separate ones. Okay, so it is working though. Yeah, that is annoying. I I can do that. I'll just do a different one with making a character. So that's not... Damn! I thought I solved it. Yeah. Yeah, brief. Roll of Revivify is back. Alright, yeah, I'll have to figure something else out. But I do have the treasure total. That is a thing that still exists. Cold. I see a short sword on you. Mr. Bubbles. Y'all just have too much shit and you need to sell it, is what I think. You have so much stuff. You have so much. Sure. Yeah. Stay. Yep, okay. All right. So, you want to transport right away? Yep, and there's shops in Port 9 Zaro as well. All right. So you all make your way back to Sindra Sylvain's mansion after taking care of your business around town. Now, sadly, Brecker having left the party to attend to his own goals and aims, he will provide aid possibly across the continent thanks to the future plans of your transport circle within your wagon fortress yet to be made. When you go into the mansion, meet with Sindra, who seems to have a little bit more energy to her. She seems to be excited about this new enterprise. He has the ritual ready and brings you to a room with a teleport circle with symbols etched onto the ground in chalk. magical chalk at Dr. Oathbay, Vivacity, you both recognize magical symbols, direction, linking two locations and such. If you wish, you may make me a proficient arcana check to discover where it is linked to. Yep. So you don't know exactly where this teleportation circle is linked to, but you know it's linked to a certain other one. You know common knowledge enough. Teleportation circles are usually linked to specific other circles, not just a random location. So it must be a place that is known. As you all take a deep breath, ready yourselves. Syndra beckons you forward within the confines of the circle. So, are we ready? Have you taken care of everything you need within the city? Good. There's a long journey ahead of each of you. I will be joining you in this transport to Chult. We will get your wagon along the way soon after. I will be making my way to an old friend, Wakanga. I believe your friend Melian knows of him. When we get there, I will tell you of places that you may stay to secure lodging. I myself would be staying at Wakanga's villa. But that is all. Let us go. And she begins closing her eyes and making some specific motions and gestures with her hands and fingers. Viv, Dr. O, you feel the familiar sensation of magical energy starting to be woven, encircling around you, a very light, static feeling that slowly grows and swells as it is directed and channeled. And soon, as it climaxes, she speaks a command word, and you feel yourselves rapidly expand and shrink all at once. And with a pop, you appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. As I change the music, You appear in a tropical city under the blazing sun. The familiar sounds of a harbor creaking ropes, slapping waves, heavy barrels rolling across cobblestones, mingle with voices shouting and cursing in an unfamiliar language, filled with clicks, inhalations, and sing-songy words that make it sound almost musical. The aroma of unfamiliar spices and tropical fruit mixes with the wharfside smells of fish, tar, and canvas. Beyond all that, Port Nyanzaru is an explosion of color. Buildings are painted in bright shades of blue, green, orange, and salmon pink, or their walls adorned with murals portraying giant reptiles and mythical heroes. Every building sports baskets and clay urns of colorful flowers, or is draped in leafy, flowering vines. Minstrels in bright clothing adorned with feathers and shells perform on street corners. Multicolored pennants and sun awnings flutter atop the city walls. A crowd of children dressed in feathered hats and capes race past you, squealing in delighted terror as a street performer costumed as a big-toothed lizard stomps and roars behind them. The whole city seems to be bustling, sweating, laughing, swearing, and singing. Just as I remember. The heat. If it hasn't gotten to you yet, it will. Well, I will be off to Wakonga's very shortly. I suggest securing lodging at either the Thundering Lizard if you're looking for a good time, or Kaya's House of Repose if you want a good night's sleep. Other than that, feel free to join me at Wakonga's. Settle you in, give you a proper layout of the port, and figure out our next steps. He speaks. That is interesting. I must say, I do not understand him. It is a speaking automaton. And she begins to look at Mr. Bubbles a lot more closely. Personality of his own. One might say he has his own mind. Looking very, very curiously at him right now. Make me an insight check. The 14. You sense there is not like any malicious intent or anything like sinister. She's just really like taken aback. Like she almost paid him no mind before when you know, he was more rather silent and everything. Probably because she thought he was just, you know, an Iron Guardian, whatever, Steel Guardian, Defender. But now that he spoke and he's kind of like reacted and everything, suddenly she's like, whoa, what is this? Like she's super interested, super intrigued, very taken aback. This is extremely unexpected on her end. I must say, I wish I would have realized sooner. This is, quite an interesting discovery. Never met an automaton with a personality. Is it in his programming? She's looking at you, Dr. O. And he is your creation? Perhaps we will speak more on the matter later, when I have regained more energy. For now, I say the teleportation has taken a bit more out of me than expected. I must make my way to Wakanga's. For now, I take my leave. If you need anything, feel free to send for me at Wakanga's. Otherwise, have your free reign of the port. I suppose a quick introduction of such is in order. That is true. Melian is not here right now. Yeah, she's been in the wagon. All right. So, a quick overview of Port Nyanzaru that you have right there. You are currently in the Harbor Ward. There are a number of locations in Port Nyanzaru. There is the Old City. Okay, let me make sure I got this correct. So to the northwest, there is the Old City, where you can kind of see going above the walls, 3 ancient vine-covered ziggurats towering above a crumbling ward. The whole district is a juxtaposition of ancient and decaying, but still occupied stone structures interspersed with flimsy new huts and long houses of bamboo and thatch. There are the Beggars' Palaces, which are the 2 largest ziggurats in the Old City. Shops and tenements of bamboo are jammed onto the terraces of the ziggurats in wild profusion. There is the Executioner's Run, which is an old road through the Old City splitting around a rectangular stone-lined pit that is 15 feet deep, 50 feet wide, and 200 feet long. It is an arena of sorts, where they hold Velociraptor, Panther, Allosaurus, and other types of monster races. There also might be some convicted criminals dropped in at one end for a sort of game. A handful of Chultans have become celebrities by surviving multiple dashes through Executioner's Run. There is also the Refuse Pit, an enormous sinkhole serving as the city's garbage dump, where every type of refuse gets tossed, including bodies. There is the Merchants Ward, which is to the north. The western half of the city is called... Oh, sorry. I have that completely wrong because north is to the right and west is up. So the Old City is southwest. Yes, I just noticed that. And then the Merchants Ward is to the west. The western half of the city is called the Merchants Ward because it's the site of the Grand Souk and because many of the merchant prince's villas are in there. In general, it's the upper class section of the city. The majority of the city's merchants and traders actually live and work in the market ward. Golden Throne is a palace serving as the meeting place for the merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru and is recognized as the seat of the city's loose government. It was built decades ago by Amnian trader and is one of the most opulent structures in the city, rivaled only by the grander temples and the merchant princes' villas. Golden Throne is the best place to meet any of the merchant princes without an appointment. They rarely meet with visitors who show up unannounced at their homes. During the day, each merchant prince has a 1 in 6 chance to be there, accompanied by a retinue of aides and guards. There's merchant prince villas, where each merchant prince has their own private villa in the city. The Grand Souk, or market, is one of the 3 beating hearts of Port Nyanzaru. The others being the Jewel Market and the Red Bazaar. True to its name, the Grand Souk is the grandest of the 3. Traders from up and down the Sword Coast come to this market to buy timber, spices, medicines concocted from jungle plants, dinosaur skulls and claws, iron, tiger pelts, and carved ivory, Batiri and Grung handiwork, colored feathers, tropical fruit, monkeys, plesiosaurus meat, and all other riches that can be found in Chult. Business begins before the sun comes up, and dealing doesn't stop until well after darkness edges across the city. It's a noisy, jostling, aroma-rich circus. Guards are numerous, but less numerous than the urchins and pickpockets. Street performers and tabaxi minstrels add to the cacophony, and colorful awnings protect the market from sun and rain, but also trap the heat and smells. There's a temple of Savris, Gond, Soon, and then there's also the Jewel Market, intentionally styled as a miniature, more exclusive version of the Grand Souk. The Jewel Market's chief business is buying and selling rich supply of jewels that are dug out of Chult's mines. Many other rare luxury items are also traded here. It is largely secure against pickpockets and thieves thanks to the privately hired security agents patrolling it openly and undercover. You are in the harbor ward, which can accommodate ships of all sizes. The enclosed eastern portion of the harbor is reserved for the use of the merchant princes, but the rest of the docks are available for use by any ship. If the characters wish to travel by sea, they can book passage on the Brazen Pegasus at a cost of 10 gold pieces per day. A 60-foot sloop built for speed. It has a single mast flying a square mainsail plus 2 triangular foresails and 1 aft sail and a small topsail. All that canvas gives her a top speed of 10 miles per hour under ideal conditions. The Royal Docks. The term royal dates back to the age when Chult was ruled by true kings and queens instead of merchants. Now the royal docks are reserved for the exclusive use of the merchant princes and those diplomats, dignitaries, and influential foreign merchants from whom the merchant princes want to flatter with privilege or impress with magnificence. There's a statue at the center of the harbor representing an ancient Chultan king in full regalia, resplendent in a loincloth of leopard skin and a headdress of feathers, shells, and tyrannosaurus teeth. Draped in a cape of Girolan fur and monkey tails, and wielding the traditional oval shield in Yikalwa of Chult. Residents call it Na Mbuso, the Great King. The statue isn't nearly as ancient as the mythic king it portrays. It was erected just 5 years ago, at a time when Port Nyanzaru was flexing its new mercantile muscle to impress on foreigners that Chult is an independent land with a glorious history. Few who see it fail to get the message. There's a harbor master's office, where outside is a bulletin board providing names and whereabouts of several wilderness guides. The harbor master is a half-gold dragon named Zindar. He's seldom in the sturdy, airy building, however, with most of his time spent dealing with the hundreds of disputes, traffic jams, and other minor problems that crop up every day on a busy quayside. There's a lighthouse with a flame burning atop it day and night, guiding ships through the darkness, fog, and rain towards the harbor. There's Fort Nyanzaru, containing a winch for raising and lowering an immense iron chain stretched between the fort and the lighthouse. When the chain is raised, no ship can sail into or out of the harbor. There is the warehouse district, where goods of every type being shipped in or out of the port are stored. Canals are cut between the rows of warehouses, allowing ships to be towed in and out by harnessed dinosaurs for easy loading and unloading. There's also a dry dock. Port Nyanzaru is not famous for building ships, but many vessels that come here wind up needing hull repairs, which the dry dock can aid with. And then there is the Market Ward, where most of Port Nyanzaru's regular shops are located, and where most of its tradesfolk, merchants, and other middle-class residents live and work. And this is towards the east. There's the Red Bazaar, where no one knows how it got its name, but one story is that the label comes from the huge slabs of dinosaur meat sold here and the resulting buckets of blood that stained the rain-washed gutters. That's probably as good an explanation as any. The residents of Port Nyanzaru shop for their daily needs at the Red Bazaar. There's also inns there. Two noteworthy inns at the Red Bazaar. The Thundering Lizard caters to a raucous clientele, and a bed for the night costs 5 silver, whereas Kaya's House of Repose is much quieter, but a bed costs 1 gold pieces. Wilderness guides are known to frequent both establishments looking for work. There's the fish market, where seafood is a staple in Port Nyanzaru, both because catching fish is easier and safer than hunting dinosaurs, and tender fish tastes better than tough reptile. There's the Grand Colosseum, a stone arena that is the site of gladiatorial games, which are usually non-lethal, but accidents do happen, bloody animal combats, and spectacular circuses. The best gladiators become celebrities and earn fortunes, with statues of the arena's greatest champions lining the top of the Grand Colosseum's walls, including one of the city's current merchant princes, Ekene Afa. Events are held on most afternoons. Only special shows are held after sundown, as the Colosseum depends on natural light. There's the Hall of Gold, which is a magnificent structure that is a temple to Joaquin, but residents call it the Hall of Gold for its shining golden roof and for Joaquin's focus on trade and wealth. There is a public bathhouse, and you notice that Port Nyanzaru is a very clean city thanks to cleansing rain, and its residents are also scrupulous about hygiene. Most would be repulsed by the thought of a day without a bath. There are dye works, where along with cleanliness, Chultans love colorful clothing. Textile weaving is not one of Chult's native industries because the jungle isn't suited for growing cotton or raising sheep. However, the jungle and the sea provide everything necessary to concoct vibrant dyes in a rainbow of colors. There is Malar's Throat through the gate to the south, which is Port Nyanzaru's slum district. 2 sheer jungle-draped ridges flank a deep ravine, with ramshackle buildings clinging to the sides of the ridges, each structure seemingly built atop the lower one's roof. During heavy rain, runoff pours down the ravine through Ubtao's Jaws, the large gate in the city wall facing Malar's Throat, and down the paved streets to the harbor, often sweeping along unattended baskets, dead animals, and even clumsy or unlucky Chultans in its tow. There's the Temple of Tamora there. Tiriki Anchorage, which is towards the southeast, is populated by animal trainers, river folk, explorers who need inexpensive lodging, and other rough and tumble sorts. Smugglers prefer the unregulated docks of the anchorage over the policed and inspected docks of the harbor, despite the shortage of dock workers and beast-powered cranes to assist in loading and unloading. This is where the dinosaur pens are, where most of the beasts of burden in the city are trained and penned up at night. Alright. So that is the basics of Port Nyanzaru. What would you like to do? Yeah, there's definitely more, but like, yeah. Yep. There's a little like mini Mr. B head that's eyes turn red and then he just starts going bom, 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 bom. Yeah. Mini Bubbles has a 20 strength. All right, so oh. There's giants in Chult. You arrive and immediately start hunting for giants. Okay, so if you want to look for food and supplies and everything, the Red Bazaar is probably your best bet. Okay. So there... Syndra will speak to you. Well, you're going to have to go into the jungle to find the location, of course. My suggestion would be looking for a guide first. Finding out whatever information might be gained about the jungle, any locations. It is largely undocumented, unmapped, but many guides have gone out in various areas and might know something more specific and be of use. Perhaps a few different guides might aid you. Don't know if anything can be learned in the city, but I would not suggest against it. Going around and hearing what might be heard among the residents. The merchant princes would undoubtedly know useful things, but there always comes a price with them. I suggest perhaps going to the harbor master's office, searching the bulletin to find a guide. Otherwise, the Red Bazaar is a good location. I say good day to you. We will meet again soon when I am rested. Till then, good day. She begins walking away. Okay. So, walking from the little teleportation in the harbor ward. Okay. You begin walking through the streets towards the harbor master's office, directed on your way towards some of the passing Chultans, perhaps some passing guards, just asking, being pointed very quickly over to the northwest. You make your way towards the office, which is on the western end of the opening in the port. You do find a bulletin board providing the names and whereabouts of several wilderness guides. There are a few names. Azaka Stormfang, Eku, Barul and Gondolo, Hugh Hackenstone, Musharib, River Mist and Flask of Wine, Salida. There is a little bit of information. Azaka Stormfang works straight out of Port Nyanzaru. So does Eku. Okay, yeah, I'll write it down. Mushrib. You hear a low hoo hoo. Funny and oddly enough, as you are speaking, you may notice you are being watched. Two tall and slender felines, kind of perhaps a little bit jarring to you as you notice them. Holy, whoa, there's like cats. Oh, these must be the tabaxi I've heard about so much. Some of the native inhabitants of the Chult. You see these two characters. As the one with the eye patch notices you kind of looking up, it sidles over confidently and I can't think of the word. I want to say dexterously, but it's not dexterously. Elegantly kind of walks up to you. Hello. I see you looking at the jobs board. Are you looking for some wilderness guides, perhaps? The tabaxi before you gives a slight purr. It's funny. That is me. I am River Mist, and this is flask of wine. Well met. Is this your first time in Port Nyanzaru? Yes, the jungle comes with many predicaments and ailments. There are many remedies and precautions you may find in the port city to stave against these. Though me and my brother are well protected against them naturally, there are salves and ointments you may find to keep the bugs at bay, which I highly suggest. I may show you if you wish. Hmm. Good, good. If you wish to procure our help and our services, we will require some pay. About 5 gold pieces per day and a 30-day advance is what Jobal's flunkies demand. We are happy to serve as guides for only 4 gold pieces a day with no payment up front. Even better, we'll waive the fee entirely for equal shares of whatever treasures we help find out in the wilderness. Yes, you do have a map from Syndra. Boom. Find it. Excuse me, I just have to find it because it's not really that mapped very nicely. There it is. Okay. I'm sorry, my mind just like went retarded there. Could you repeat that? Yes. Yeah, that's right. The Soulmonger specifically you're looking for. You remember Syndra saying to keep the name quiet though? Yeah. We are familiar with the areas surrounding the port. River Tariki, Port Castigliar, Fort Belluarian, although we do not suggest going to the Fort Belluarian. The Flaming Fist are over there, and they are an entirely different gang of their own. And then she kind of like laughs a little bit, chuckles to herself. There is Camp Righteous, of course, but my brother and I have delved a bit deeper into the jungle. We know of a very tall, standing, towering stone. It goes by the name of Firefinger that the terafolk inhabit. There's also Dungrunglung, a home of the Grung, deeper into the jungle to the south. Okay. At this, the female kind of speaks up again. You seem a bit no, not distracted. Perhaps you are looking for something more specific. If with a little more information, perhaps we could provide some more direction. Is there something in the port you are looking for? Or something in the jungles? Ah, and they look to each other. And at this, Flask of Wine speaks up. You are looking for the source of this death curse has taken over Chult more recently and rapidly than what we hear on the Sword Coast. My sister and I do know of something else we hear whispers in the jungle. Heard stories about an old woman in a old ruined city called Mbala who can animate the dead in such a way that the zombies retain the abilities and memories they had in life. There are those who say this is the only current remedy. Perhaps this woman knows a bit more about the death curse. If that is your wish to discover more about the disease, my sister and I may take you there. You wish to prepare for a journey, or actually, you notice that Flask kind of steps back. He seems to be the quieter type, and you notice a slight lisp when he speaks. Despite his laconic nature, he seems to enjoy and be comfortable in this crowd, whereas River kind of fidgets a little bit, may seem a little bit more uncomfortable in all these people. River speaks up. If it is your wish to prepare for this journey, we may do so depending on how many provisions you have brought with you, how much gold you have brought with you. We can find it all rather soon, though I would not suggest going out into the jungle at night. If it is your wish, we may just ask for a little extra provision on our end. And right now, you notice it is about midday, probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Do you wish to take their services, basically meaning you agree to pay the sum? Okay. I'm sorry, repeat that. My mind went blank again. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's too damn early. Ah, yes. Okay. Oh, traveling in the jungle is never a sure thing. Oh, the journey to Mbala. Let's see. How long would that? is the hex scale? 1 hex, 10 miles. So, the journey is about 20 hexes, and each hex is 10 miles. It's basically 200 miles to Mbala. There is a river path that you can follow, which would make it rather easier traveling through the jungle. But either way, it is still kind of difficult. Let's see. Yeah, Mbala. Let's see. Thank you for the subscription, Otto. You could probably travel about like 10 miles in a day, so like 1 hex traveling at a normal pace. You know, there would definitely be, or sorry, not 10 miles in a day, maybe like 20, like 15 to 20 miles in a day traveling at a normal pace. Yeah.
Tables are now just provisions.
Yes, I had 5,000 gold on me. We had 10,000 between everyone. Go for it.
I'm not going 1,000, but at least 200 I think is reasonable.
More than that. Especially if we have 2 guides. Come on.
We're not feeding them.
Oh, are we not?
I wasn't planning to.
Do we not have to feed our guides?
Why aren't they taking care of themselves?
That's fair.
And we already have Parthenon and Droop we need to feed too.
That's true.
Come on, just load up.
Too many mouths to feed.
I'm used to being the caretaker now in all my games.
It's okay. If all goes to failure, I'd easily just use the guides as emergency provisions.
Oh my god.
We don't have Brecker anymore. We have not.
We haven't gotten knocked yet.
I know, but like the change of demeanor is so great.
I have to make a really quick revision.
Oh, okay.
You did not see River Mist and Flask of Wine's name on the bulletin board, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
they just walked up.
Yeah, they walked up. They noticed you looking at the bulletin board, and then they just walked up.
Well, it was always destined anyway.
Yeah.
So it was more sus though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
A little bit more sus, yes.
Yeah. I imagine it's an official bulletin board where you
Yep.
gotta like pay or something to be on it or be certified in some kind of way.
Yeah.
We're
Then,
getting
so
the cheap version.
River speaks up now. So you wish to procure our services? We will not require anything upfront. We will take payment out in the jungle once we have began our journey. and I would ask for your discretion. There's a lot of competition for guides.
I feel like I should roll an insight check, but I'm too tired to know what I'm trying to insight. Am I getting robbed in the jungles? I feel
Go ahead
like,
and make me an insight check.
but at the same time, I'm not even sure Dr. Offbay would care if we were.
I mean, but Viv would, and I think I would like to roll as well.
Yeah, don't forget your inspirations.
I mean, I'm not scared of being.
Ooh,
I have Mr. Bubbles.
True.
Dr. O. Yeah, you don't know enough about Tabaxi. You're finding it hard to get any sort of vibe whatsoever because you're so unused to this type of creature, this type of humanoid. Vivacity, you are worldly enough to pick up on cues. There's something about these siblings. I wouldn't necessarily say sinister or malicious, but you're picking up on something that might be sinister or malicious. Could just be something else, but they definitely have ulterior motives. They are very, very good at masking it, but they prod for information, and it seems like they log it in the back of their head. And you're picking up on that. They probably are working in the shadows, in a way. So because like they're not on the official bulletin board, they want to keep it on the down low. You suspect that this is the type of city where you don't do that. Merchant princes with a bunch of different merchant princes that you know all have like basically a monopoly on a certain economic thing. So like whoever controls the wilderness guides would absolutely not like people freelancing. They know about Mbala and this woman that can do stuff with the undead. You're wondering how they got that information. And you seem to recall them asking if you have any more specific information for what you're looking for. You're now getting the sense that that was a probe.
So Dr. Offbay's ready to do some business. You know, we need to get to it.
So Viv is going to use message to talk to Dr. O. And she's going to say, I don't know, Dr. O. The more I talk to him, the more something seems a little off. I don't know if it's because they have something going on, if they've got bad intentions. I can't really tell, but there's definitely they've definitely got some other angle. They want something out of this, and it's a little concerning to me that they weren't on the board in the first place. Is it not to you?
As you point your finger towards Dr. Oafbay and speak the command word, the verbal component of message, River Mist and Flask of Wine kind of look at you oddly. Oh, that is a spellcaster. That will be very useful in the jungle. But I do ask that if there is anything to be spoken, we speak about it in private with all of us. If you wish to speak to each other and try to come to a consensus, my brother and I can give you your space. Perhaps you can meet us in Malar's throat when you are ready?
Is that a pub?
Oh, no. Malar's throat is to the south of the port. We prefer to do our business there.
Let's see. Well,
So they did not hear what you specifically said to Dr. O. It's just that message has a verbal, somatic, and material
yeah.
component. Yeah. And
I
then you have to
wasn't too-
point your finger, so.
I wasn't too worried about
Yeah.
them knowing that I was using message. I just didn't want them to hear what I was saying.
Gotcha.
Need some telepathy up in here. All good. Dr. Offbay will be like, oh, I didn't pick up any of that, and kind of just like nod. Alright, that makes sense. But also, that was a good and interesting lead. I think we should keep that in mind. Okay, we'll meet them at the mouth thingy later.
Okay.
Potentially. Or we'll blow them off. It's gonna be one of those two. They don't need to know that.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Okay.
Were you saying that in my head? You could say that you were
Yes.
saying that in my head.
I was
Oh my
saying that
God.
in your head. Yes, for sure.
I'm in your head.
In your head.
In your head.
All right.
Off, babe, off, babe.
I love it.
And so, my brother and I, we will go to Malar's throat and wait for you. If it is too late in the afternoon, perhaps we will wait on the morrow. I suggest making your way to the merchant district and finding boarding there.
We can manage that.
Otherwise, we will wait around Ubtau's jaws. It is the large gate in the city wall facing Malar's throat. When we see you, we will approach. Come whenever you are ready.
Okay, sounds good.
Excellent. If you wish to provision yourselves, see to the Red Bazaar. It has most everything you could need. And until then, I say, have a good afternoon, and I look forward to our business together.
Mm-hmm.
And they walk away in all the feline grace that they can muster.
Which is a lot because they're felines.
And as Flask of Wine walks, he pushes over a cup on a table.
What?
Because he's a cat.
Alright, have we been robbed?
Fuck.
Everyone can check their inventory. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
That's
I would check, but I'm not there.
Yeah.
You're not being robbed right now. Oh, there we go. I know all my shit.
Wow.
That checks out.
Okay, of course, the one that's carrying all of the shit.
Well, I'm
Mr.
carrying a lot of
Bubbles
shit.
is missing his eyes.
Damn.
They literally robbed him blind. They literally robbed him blind.
Oh god.
Yes, Dr. Oafbay, you do a quick study of your stuff and everyone else's, and you are good. You have not been robbed. There is nothing
Okay.
missing.
We're good. We're
There's
good.
also nothing placed on you.
Oh.
There was
That's
there's
fantastic.
no exchange of any kind.
Alright. Alright, that is good to know. I did nat 20 that, so yeah.
Just a cat doing cat things.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
I mean the cup, like, I was like, huh.
There's a
That seems
hairball in
distracting.
the alleyway.
Anytime there's something distracting, I get worried that I've been robbed.
Okay, so
And
wait,
Hazel.
do Tabaxi get the zoomies at 3 a.m.? Do they get
Only at 3 a.m. in the
3
morning.
a.m. zoomies?
Yes. You will,
We're gonna-
if you stay in Port Nyanzaru long enough, you'll know that at 3 a.m. in the morning, everybody's awake because all the tabaxi are out running around the city.
Oh, I love that. Oh, well, now I want to play a Tabaxi.
Alright, so should we look at any of the rest of these guides? I can't say any other names. I like the one that has 2 people, though.
Azaka Stormfang, Eku, Farul, and Gondolo, I believe, was...
Faru and Gondolo. Also, is it natural for us to pay guides or not? Like for their own food and water? Do we handle that? I feel like they should be handling that.
Guides can be retained in Port Nyanzaru or Felt Beluarian. All Port Nyanzaru guides must register and serve under the auspices of Jobal, who takes a princely cut of their earnings and findings. Guides working for Jobal leave their contact information on message boards outside inns and taverns or at the harbor master's office. Some will work for free if characters agree to certain conditions. Otherwise, guides charge 5 gold pieces per day, and payment for 30 days up front is pretty standard, even if the expedition is expected to be shorter than that. Alternatively, guides might forego wages in exchange for an equal share of treasure.
Could you imagine if we came here with no money? Gosh.
Doesn't say anything about food. I would think that the guide would come provisioned with their own stuff, though.
Oh, okay, because I felt the same way, but then it came up, and I was like, I don't know. Okay, cool. Okay, I mean, well, let's just take the list and start talking to people. I don't know how we go about talking to them, but we should probably do that.
You want to check on Farul and Gondolo?
Yeah, let's do that one next.
Yeah.
I feel like a duo is, more heads, as they say.
Okay.
This is probably one of the more important decisions we'll make in this campaign. I feel like we're gonna get robbed or killed.
On the bulletin board, you see that Farul and Gondolo have their information written by Dry Dock.
I don't know what that means. What?
Basically, you'll have to go to the Dry Dock to find them.
Is the dry dock the one that's the smuggling dock?
The Dry Dock is where the ships can be brought in onto the dock to be repaired.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's head over there, and I'll take notes of where everybody's located in case things don't work out with them.
Okay. Let's see. We have Azaka Storm. Let's see. Doesn't actually say where they like to frequent every. Yeah, I'll just write that down, and when it comes up, I'll let you know.
I just don't want to come back to this board and do this again.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Our dock is right here. So, you make your way back through the streets of the harbor ward towards the dry dock in order to find Farul and Gondolo. You enter to find a ship being worked on and the sound of tools as they repair broken hulls, little minor scrapes and other such things, working on boats and doing different types of repairs. There are dinos strapped in with harnesses, pulling ships in and out, standing off to the side because they're not being used currently. Other than that, there are, a couple of workers around. Some people standing around talking and chatting, laughing to each other. What do you do?
Where do we find this person? These people? I guess I ask around the people who seem less terribly busy.
Are you riding on my shoulder?
I mean,
And you're just like steering me around.
Pretty much. I mean, how else am I going to see anything? I'm a shorty.
Right?
So let's ask some lesser busy people if they know where we can find the two people's names that I cannot think right now.
Oh, you're looking for Farul and Gondolo? The wilderness guys. Yes, they are actually right over there. Screwing off, as always. If you ask me, you might be able to find someone better. But they do well enough if you can afford it. And he points
Thinking
over...
that could do better.
Points over to, let's see. Boom.
I need this guy's recommendation if he thinks we can get somebody better.
Yep. I'll describe them first. So you see, Farul, which appears to be a male Kalashite, and Gondolo, a male Lightfoot halfling. They look to be wearing some rich clothing, frayed and kind of worn, which at one point must have been rather magnificent. Farul is 5'10" and about 175 pounds. Gondolo is 3'6" and about 80 flaccid pounds. Oh, do better. Those two are just a couple of dandies down on their luck. They're spoiled and pompous, from what I can tell. They find easy work enough preying on some of those that come into the city that don't maybe know the way of the land quite yet. It is what I hear is, within a few months of coming and arriving to Port Nyanzaru, they'd squandered most of their money at the races. They're in debt to a number of bookies.
These are all good notes. Is there a guide you would recommend?
He scratches at the thick black beard on his chin and ponders that for a moment. I hear good things about Eku. Hugh Hackenstone is a powerful ally, one you would want at your back in the jungle. Musharib too, though do not know much about the albino dwarves. They are an interesting lot. If you go to Fort Beluarian, I hear good things about Kawasha and Kopalue.
Like these people who aren't on the list.
Yes, they do not work out of the port. They report in and out of Fort Beluarian.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And Dr. Alfay will bid them adieu. Give them a silver piece or something for their time, or an appropriate amount of money for just being kind.
Silver seems like a good tip to me.
Yeah. Just appreciate your time.
A silver piece for your troubles. All right. So, who did he say was Eku?
Eku was the first one. Hugh Hackenstone is apparently very strong. Musharib is an albino dwarf, and that's interesting, right? Salida didn't come up, so they're off the list. And then there's fancy new people in Fort Bellalurin, and I think that's interesting. Maybe we should ask about the people over there whose names I can't remember because they weren't written down.
That's true. We do.
Oh, Quasha and Kalupo. Goddamn, I can't pronounce the word. I'm trying.
Upalue.
Kupalue. Okay. That's the one I find most intriguing. I like that they're not on the list. I don't know why I like that, but I do.
We can explore our options. We are on a little bit of a time constraint, but this is an important decision to make. This is our guide. So, yeah, I feel like we should go with our gut. What are you thinking, Dr.
My gut is not great at these things, but I feel like these two guides are probably not what we're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, if they can't even be responsible with their own money, how are they going to be responsible for us?
Right?
So, which one do you want to track down first? The two that are not on the list?
Are there handouts for all of these people, and would we have gotten that from the bulletin board?
No. This is basically what they say in introduction to you.
Gotcha.
And then what they look like.
Gotcha. All right. I guess let's go to Eku.
Eku or Eku? Yeah, I think it's Eku.
Eku. I'm doing my best. All right, let's do it. I don't know where they're located, but let's go to that place. Unless one of the other people are at the dry docks, and then maybe them. Save me walking around time. I don't know, we could probably take a boat to Fort Bellalurin. It shouldn't take too long, I imagine.
Yeah, a boat.
Sure.
I like boats.
Let's change of pace. We need a boat that can carry a wagon, though.
All right. You move to the location that described where to find Eku. And you talk to the local people asking where the guide is, and they point you towards her. You find out she is a woman.
That's always helpful.
And you see this woman. She is clothed in light blue robes, carrying a walking stick carved in the likeness of a stylized coatl. Those that don't know what a coatl is, it is a snake with wings. This is a coatl.
So cute.
Commonly, they're commonly actually thought of very positively.
Do I know anything in particular about these creatures?
Go ahead and make me proficient religion checks.
Aww. Sad face. I don't have proficient religion.
If you don't have proficiency, go ahead and make me one anyway.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You just won't be able to know as much.
Wait, should I do it too then?
Anyone that wants to.
Okay, 19, 19.
19 seems to be the thing.
Your turn, Mr. B. Get that 19.
All right, hang on. I'm switching over to my character sheet.
Come on, 19. Can't wait to see this religion check.
I can't get a 19. It's impossible because I have a -2.
Uh,
Even if I rolled a 20, it would have been an 18.
Okay, actually pretty good. Coatls are benevolent serpentine beings of great intellect and insight. Their brilliantly colored wings and gentle manner speak to celestial origins. They are divine caretakers. They are commonly thought of in very high regards as guardians and caretakers of the gods, especially in Chult.
Pretty pitchin', honestly.
If you are to see a coatl, you're probably very near something very significant to the divine art of Chult. Eku has a staff that looks like a coatl. She stands about 5'6", weighing 110 pounds, and she appears to be speaking with a small bird creature. At this time, would you introduce yourself, Noct? What does he look like?
So you see, as you first approach, a avian creature, owl-like in his appearance, shrouded in a black feathered cloak. When he turns to look at you, you see a sort of white-faced owlin with black and white feathers that kind of mix together in a strange pattern across his body. His wings come out. His wings on his back come out with like a black tip over the shoulders, and turn strangely white, as if like the black doesn't seem quite natural as part of his visage. He is covered in relatively darkened leathers. A strange pendant hangs around his neck in the form of a raven's head, and one of his eyes seemed grayed out as if he was blind, partly blind in that eye. Despite the fact you can clearly tell it darts around like he can see perfectly fine in it. He seems to stare at you all with a hint of curiosity.
I love the description. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
Thank you.
Well, I have good vibes here. Dr. Alfei will nod to Vivacity.
And Viv will nod right back.
When he, as Noct will stare at you all for a moment, he'll turn back towards Eku and you hear him say, "Please, miss, it is quite important that I make it to Wakanga's villa as soon as possible. I understand I have no money, but perhaps any treasure we find, it could all be yours. I just need to get there, please."
If you wish to go to Wakanga's villa, suppose you will definitely need no small sum of money. What other reason does he have to see you? He has none. While the lure of pillaging the antiquity of Chult is a temptation, I appeal to those who find fulfillment in doing actual good in the world. I seek to rid the jungle of evil. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places and live in peace. I understand you have your reasons, but perhaps I am not the guide for you. There are others that, even though it pains me to say, may serve your purposes better than I. There are evil impostors who seek to blind you with promises of gold, who will only guide your throats to their blades. Take care of them.
I understand. Thank you for your time. And he starts to wander off in a you see a bit of a nervous, nervous, I guess, trot in his step. He slowly walks up to you guys. He almost bumps into Dr. Offbay in a hint of sort of deep in thought. As he does, he'll turn around immediately, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there." Looks up at Mr. Bubbles, be like, "Oh my."
Yeah, we're just looking for a guide.
I see. I've never seen you around here. Are you new to Chult?
Dr. Offbay will nod, her gelatinous body kind of giving a shiver.
He'll notice your form. He'll be like, I must say, I've never seen you before. I've never seen your kind before. What? Apologies for being rude, but what are you?
Just ooze. Standard everyday ooze.
Right. Interesting. What kind of purpose are you here for in Chult, if I might ask?
We're just looking into the death curse.
Yep, death curses, gotta look into them.
When they come up, we're the people they call to look into the death curses.
Mm-hmm.
You immediately see Nox's eyes sort of light up. Some of his feathers ruffle in excitement as he goes, "You too? Oh, I've been researching for some time. I came here hoping that maybe I could find some way to end it, but I have no money. And everything around here seems to revolve around money. But if you're researching the death curse, looking for a way to end it yourselves, perhaps I could join you. I find. Oh my. Oh dear.
Well, you know what they say: money makes the world go round, and what goes around comes around. Or I confused myself. In any case, so you're looking to stop this death curse as well, but came to Chult broke.
Unfortunately, yes. Money wasn't something I was particularly interested in. But it seems to be something everybody else is quite fond of. But my offer stands. If you would have me, we could always. A larger group would make it so much easier in traversing the dangers of the jungle. And I have more than a good quality of skills at my disposal that I'm sure would be most helpful to you.
Starving intellectual. I know your type. You never leave any tips.
Dr. Offbay's not laughing, but I am.
Well, we do have a sudden opening in our party. And you seem honest enough, but can she do a perception check to see if she gets any bad vibes off of this owl? She doesn't on the surface, but you can never be too sure.
A little insight.
Yeah, go ahead and do a little insight.
Yeah,
A little insight. Dr. Offbay knows nothing. This seems like a good owl. Or a bad owl. I'm unsure.
Ooh. The 24 vivacity. Noct, go ahead and describe what she can tell about your intentions and your character.
You get the sense that he is quite honest, a little nervous, a bit of a nervous wreck about him, but someone who's definitely straightforward about his goals and his interests.
Viv smiles. You're cute.
Thank you.
She looks at Dr. O and Mr. B. I like him. Can he come with us?
Dr. Offbay will shrug, like, I don't care. she clearly does not care about these things at all.
What say you, Mr. B? New son acquired.
Oh, we all need a pile of sons.
I don't know, Owl Man. We're kind of full up now. You see, I've joined the group, and we're full. I don't think we have enough food for you.
She gives Droop a little nudge. Now, Droop, there's strength in numbers. The more people we have in the party, the safer that we're going to be. And we are down our cleric. That's a pretty important party role to lose.
I don't know, Mom. I've eaten pigeon before. There's not a lot of meat on those bones.
I don't want to eat him.
Well, yeah, when he's not going to defend anybody. If anything, I'm probably going to be the one that step in front and protect him. And I'm not very good at protecting. You've seen me.
No one's going to need to step in front of anybody. We got Mr. B.
When Mr. B starts talking, Droop kind of shits his pants a little bit. Oh, sorry. Yes,
to
boss
it.
man.
Come on.
Sir. Yes, boss man, sir. I'm sorry.
He
I'll
still
be
doesn't
quiet.
understand it. It just gotta sound so terrifying all the time.
And then
But Droop knows.
he's doing that thing where his shoulders are kind of slumped and he's looking at the ground. All right, Owl Man, you can come to our party. You're
I pat
welcome
Droop on the
here.
head, though.
We accept you fully. And I
But
won't.
I pat Droop on the head.
And I won't poison your food.
Good job.
I'm going to hold you to that, Droop.
Can I just make him a little sick?
No.
But Mom.
Noct
Nuts.
will lay a clawed hand on Droop's shoulder and be like, "It's okay, little goblin. What was his name? Droop, was it? You have nothing to fear from me. I am much harder than I look, and I'm afraid poison won't do much against me." And as he stares into Droop's eyes, Droop gets this sense of darkness, and for a brief second, all color fades from the world.
Staring into the void.
Quite literally.
When you put your clawed hand on his shoulder, he kind of shrugs it off "Hey, hand off the merchandise. And who you calling little? And then he pauses, looking into your eyes. I'm very sorry. And then slowly edges back behind Viv's leg.
You'll have to excuse Droop. That's my son.
It's okay. It's not unusual for, I find goblins are quite unique in their characteristics. I find this one to be quite fascinating. He's much different than most goblins I've encountered.
Well, yeah, because he's my son. He takes after his mama.
That's quite wholesome, truly. Anyhow, shall we continue on?
So, Noct, is it?
Yes.
What do you bring to the party? What do you do successfully, quickly?
Oh, I happen to have access to divine holy magic of sorts. You mentioned you lost a cleric. Well, as it happens, I happen to be one as well. And though my skills are different than most clerics you are likely to encounter, it brings no less use in what I can do with it.
Well, what do you know? A cleric for a cleric. Though, we were pretty attached to the last one.
I also happen to be a bit of a anthropologist, you see. I have quite a bit of interest in learning about old and dead, long-lost cultures and civilizations, and might be able to bring some knowledge to the table that you might not have had previously.
time. Maybe you and Dr. O could exchange notes.
Yeah, Dr. Offbay lights up a little bit at the talk of knowledge. Like, ooh, learning stuff.
Yeah, we got a bit of a scholar in our midst already. Though this one has money.
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Offbay.
Pleased to meet you. Name's Doctor.
All right. Did I overhear earlier that there is somewhere in particular you're trying to go?
Yes, I was attempting to make my way to Wakanga's villa. There's a area there that's someone there that seems rife with the death curse, and I was hoping to see what I can learn from it.
So you're just trying to study the curse? You're not looking into the origins of it?
Study it, hopefully learn of the origins, and eventually find a cure.
Then it seems like our interests align.
Very
How
good.
far of a journey is it to that area that has a name that I can't remember or pronounce?
Mbala?
Mbala.
Mbala? It was 200 miles, I think it was.
Oh no, the one the owl was just talking about.
Oh, I must have missed that. What was the name?
He's Wakanga's villa?
Wakanga's Villa. Gotcha. That is in the Merchant's Ward.
Oh, so that's here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
For some reason I thought it was out of town.
Okay. In town. All right. I feel like we should talk to this guide then, and she seems familiar with the holy sites and things. I don't know if maybe one of those would have interest. We should at least talk to her. Right, gang? Right, Scooby-Doo gang?
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
All right.
I like your vibe.
Yeah, I have a 6 charisma. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, my character is not good at all the socializing
Well,
things.
then let me get into it. All right, so Viv is to approach. Oh, because her name's Eku,
Eku.
and I know that her name is Eku.
Yes.
So I'm gonna approach her, and I'm gonna say, Miss Eku, is it?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Me and my friends here, it's our first time in Chult. And we were looking at the bulletin board in the what was it again? The
Harbor Master.
Harbor Master. I was like, the dock master? The harbor? Yeah. We were looking at the bulletin board in the Harbor Master's little place there, and we saw your name among the available guides. So we were wondering a little bit about your services, what you can offer for us. If you're taking clients right now, that is.
Yeah. In particular, we're looking into potential origins for the death curse. Would you have any guesses on where we might go to find something like that? Who's eavesdropping on me?
At the mention of specifics regarding the death curse, her eyes narrow a little bit and she kind of scans you, looks each one of you up and down. You get the sense that she's trying to get a measure of your character, whether you're good aligned or evil or wicked aligned. And she says, "Yes, I take clients, but I do say I am rather selective with those I accept. You say you are looking into this death curse. Could you explain that a little bit more in depth to me so I may understand what your motivations are?"
Well, we would like to end it. One of our party members, who is currently not feeling well and back at home, her mother is sick, and we very much want to take care of our team as well as all the other people.
Yeah, she's from here, and so protecting this place means a lot to her, and by extension, it means a lot to us. So we want to help people. We've seen the widespread destruction that and misery that the death curse has caused throughout all of Faerun, and we want to put an end to it.
Well, that sounds all good and well. I do say, I get an air of honesty about you. If your aims are what you say they are, which I see no reason they may not, I can help you. I do not like to take on those who only wish to pillage. Chult. I appeal more to those who wish to bring good about the world. There are many ruins and ancient temples which must be reclaimed, brought back to former glory so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places, live in peace with the land as they once had with Ubtao. I would say it is good that you came to me. There are others, evil impostors who seek to blind you with their promises of gold and treasure, but only guide your throats to their blades. I am no such guide. My rates are standard, working with Jobal, 5 gold pieces a day with a 30-day payment up front. A small portion goes to pay off Jobal, and the rest I give to charity. Is this amenable to you?
I mean, that is reasonable. Do you have any ideas where you might take us in the jungles, just so we have some kind of idea of what we're paying for? Because what we need is knowledge.
I am on good terms with the Aarakocra of Kirsabal. I've made numerous treks to Nangalore retrieving rare flowers. I know many places in the jungle. I've been through many times. If you have any sort of understanding to narrow down where you wish to look, I may be able to help.
We did get a somewhat shady rumor about Mabala and a woman there who makes zombies. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Make me a perception check. Anyone that wishes to.
I mean, always and forever.
Yep, definitely.
Whee! Yeah.
You said perception?
Oh, we're on this.
Perception.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Oathbay and Vivacity, you see a momentary flash of anger and perhaps grief pass her face. Pretty much unrecognizable. Noct and Mr. B, you don't see this at all. It's gone in an instant. Eku responds, I know of Mbala, though I would say to stay away from that ruin, unless you have a very specific reason to go there. If you are bent on seeking out Mbala, I will go with you, though I would ask for something in return. And if it is questions and answers you seek, I suggest another.
Would you suggest?
There is a being in Orolunga whose oracular abilities are legendary. I am on good terms with them. You may go and ask questions as long as you can handle the dangers of the area and that which you may seek.
I mean, that sounds interesting. The place she just named, where is that on the map?
Orolunga.
I don't see it. Okay.
Let me find it.
I just didn't know if it was in the known area.
There it is. Okay. I see it. You do not see the location of Orolunga on your map.
Okay, alright.
Orolunga is almost straight to the west of Umbala, a bit further of a distance.
Does that sound like a good lead to everyone else? Should kind of look at Viv and not.
Before making your decision, believe I should include you in a bit more information. You seem the capable type, not those to shy easily away from danger. The being I speak of is a guardian naga.
Does Dr. Offbay know what that is?
Da, 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 da. Make me a proficient nature check, anyone that wishes to.
Oh, damn straight. Oh, wait, that's intellect. What is nature supposed to be? Wisdom?
Intelligence.
Oh, wait, it's supposed to be intelligence.
Yep.
Give me just a second. Alright.
You said proficient.
I am
Correct.
proficient.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Shut up.
Well, you sucked anyways.
Wow.
You know what? Still over a 10.
Okay. You know that a guardian naga is a monstrosity type.
Glanced about it in my
You know
book.
that it speaks celestial in common. It has a dark vision of 60 feet and a passive perception of 14.
Oh, I know a lot about them, honestly.
But that is all you can really tell about that description. Nagas are intelligent serpents that inhabit the ruins of the past, amassing arcane treasures and knowledge. The first Nagas were created as immortal guardians by a humanoid race long lost to history. When this race died out, the Nagas deemed themselves the rightful inheritors of their master's treasures and magical lore. Industrious and driven, Nagas occasionally venture out from their lairs to track down magic items or rare spellbooks. Nagas never feel the ravages of time or succumb to sickness. Even if it is struck down, a Naga's immortal spirit reforms in a new body in a matter of days, ready to continue its eternal work. They are benevolent dictators and brutal tyrants. A Naga rules its domain with absolute authority. Whether it rules with compassion or by terrorizing its subjects, the Naga believes itself the master of all other creatures that inhabit its domain. Wise and good, the beautiful guardian Nagas protect sacred places and items of magical power from falling into evil hands. In their hidden redoubts, they research spells and hatch convoluted plots to thwart the evil designs of their enemies. A guardian Naga doesn't seek out violence, warning off intruders rather than attacking. Only if its foes persist does the Naga attack, accosting enemies with its spells and poisonous spittle.
Oh, poison spittle. Poison spittle. Okay. Alright, this is some tasty information. So there's a guardian Naga. I'm not scared of any kind of guardian Naga. Personally, I mean, I always have Mr. Bubbles, so I'm not scared of anything ever.
And you're like immune to poison, are you?
No, I'm resistant though, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poison is one with me. So I think that sounds like an interesting place to go look. Right now, what we require is knowledge, and
Yeah.
an oracle sounds like a person of knowledge.
Yeah, sounds like it. Doesn't get much more knowledgey than that.
We can always go to Mabala if that doesn't pan out.
Hmm.
Okay, alright. Is this what we want to do then?
I say yes.
Okay.
I am in agreement.
Okay, we still need to do some buying of provisions. How long would it take to go to Oralunga?
The path to Orolunga is about 280 miles. We can follow the river and then heading out west into the jungle which would definitely slow our time.
Okay, then we need to buy provisions. Would you be ready to go tomorrow?
Yes, I am ready to go at a moment's notice.
At a moment's notice. Alright, then where would you like to meet? I guess, should we just come back here later today?
If you are looking for provisions, I may come with you and inform you of what you will need.
Oh, that'll be extremely helpful.
That sounds like a great idea, actually, because I'm not really sure what to grab. Honestly, I've never been into the jungle before.
I'll go through Mr. Bubbles' money pouch and get the required funds to pay her fee with the 150 gold or whatever.
So, 30 days at 5 gold pieces a day paid up front.
That'd be 150, I believe.
Yep, 150.
Yeah, math.
I like maths.
150 gold for Aku. You pay her up front and then she will join you. Let's see. Is just looking for all the different stuff needed. Where that stuff is located.
We'll do it. We'll make it through.
Oh, it's under to do. Yes, okay. So she brings you to the Red Bazaar.
How does the, like, Dr. Offmade's, like, not wearing too much clothes. Like, how does the ground taste? I assume it tastes bloody.
As you get to the Red Bazaar, you start tasting all sorts of new animals left over from the blood washing in the street and everything.
I like this place. This is my favorite place so far. Do I leave like a slightly cleaner streak as I move?
Yes. it's like a it's like those commercials when they have like the grease on the ground and then like the little I can't think of what it's called. The little sponge thing just like soaks it all up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tasty.
Lovely.
All right. So if you are going out into the wilds, I suggest a number of things. You will need insect repellent. To stave off the many insects, you do not want to catch a disease in this jungle. You can get blocks of incense or else a greasy salve. The merchant Prince Quayothe controls the sale of both. A block of incense sells for 1 silver, and when lit it burns for 8 hours and repels normal insects within 20 feet. A gourd or vial of salve sells for 1 gold, containing 20 applications of this odorless grease. 1 application protects you against normal insects for a day. The salve is waterproof, so don't worry about it coming off in the rain. You will also need a rain catcher, which I highly suggest. It's a simple contraption that allows you to not dehydrate. The water is dangerous here. You will need to collect rainwater when it comes, and it comes often enough. The raincatcher costs about 1 gold, weighing 5 pounds. The merchant Prince Ikini Afa controls the sale.
I feel like we don't have to go over how much these things cost at this stage of the game. I just need 60 days of whatever we can. Also, is Dr. Offbay... Can she contract diseases from insects that suck blood?
The insects would probably not go after you. I would say you probably can contract some, maybe, but they're not going to go after you if you don't have...
Because how am I even going to take the salve? I don't have skin.
You're like, you don't have blood, so they wouldn't go after you.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to contract the disease, but they wouldn't come after you in the first place. Because you don't have the blood.
Okay. All right.
Same with me, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we should just go 60 days on everything. Like, let's make sure we are packed and ready to go. So, whatever we need for rain catchers, I don't know if we need a few of them or a singular one.
Probably
we have like
just
7
one.
people to take care of.
Maybe 1, maybe...
Just affix one to Mr. Bubbles' head.
Melt it on top.
No, it's going on top of the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Like any sensible person would release it.
It can catch 2 gallons of drinking water per inch of rainfall and hold up to 8 gallons.
My brain can't comprehend that. Let's
So
just get 5 of them.
your
Wow.
one of your water oh my god, I can't think either. One of your water things.
No, 1 for each corner of the wagon. 4 times rain catcher. The water skin is the word you're looking for.
Water skin. Yeah, one of your water skins I think is 4 pints. Or 2 pints, something like that.
I think it was 4. We counted it up when we were doing the travel and fend over.
We're just going to get 4. We're not going to worry about water in this campaign.
You could probably get away with 1. I would think 2 would be good.
No, we're getting 4.
4? Okay.
It's not a worry.
I'm not thinking about this.
You just put them on top of the fortress and then they just keep collecting.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
We'll probably need
insect
a
repellent.
barrel for the water, or probably a keg for extra water. So.
Okay. How much insect repellent do you?
I think we need. I probably can't really use it. Neither can Mr. Bubbles. So I feel like the other party members should be the ones concerned about this thing.
So 1 vial of salve contains 20 applications, or a block of incense burns for 8 hours and protects a 20-foot radius.
How long does an application?
24 hours.
Oh, that's like 20 days. We should get like 3 of those each for everybody in the thing. Probably some extra ones. So 3, 15. 15's what we need. Let's get 20.
Yeah.
20 salves.
Okay.
Is that all the specific things? We need rations, so 250 rations? It seemed like a good amount of rations. I believe in you people. Come on, we can do this.
I don't know.
It's
Rations.
like 50 days each, roughly, and I'm sure we can scavenge a little bit in the jungles themselves.
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to scavenge, or not scavenge, but like look for
Yeah,
food
hunt.
and water and everything.
But,
Yeah,
but
hunt.
Dr. Offney's gonna craft, so 250 rations? 300, 500. Give me a number, people.
Oh my
I
god.
want it. Part of me would personally want to say like probably go 300 probably.
That was
Alright.
a metric shitload. Like exact in like exact quantities, a metric shitload.
Basically.
Okay.
D&D doesn't do metric. Come on.
We got
Okay,
300
fine.
rations. Yep.
Give us an imperial shitload.
Imperial shitload.
I really need to make a refrigerator so that
Nice.
for us.
Ooh, now I'm curious what kind of dishes Droop can make out of dinosaur hide.
Oh man.
Dinosaur Wellington.
I don't know how to generically say, can we buy regular food spices and the like so that Droop can appropriately cook without it being a whole thing.
Maybe we tell Droop to just go crazy and buy ingredients.
Yeah.
Like
Droop,
really-
go crazy. Here's 50 gold, kid. Enjoy.
Here's 50 gold. Go have a field day. Go buy anything you need to cook for us.
Yeah, spices, pots and pans, I don't know, mini stove. You know what? Here, kid. Here's 100 gold.
Damn.
We need a kitchen. We don't even have anything for him to cook.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair.
So 150 gold for the rations.
okay, all right.
For 300. Insect repellent is 1 gold, so 20 gold for that. A keg. It says a gunpowder keg. Let's do at like 20 gold for that. Keg. Rain catcher is 1 gold, 4 gold for that.
See, that was nothing. No, we got 4 of them.
Okay.
And then we're giving Droop 100 gold to buy cooking supplies and the like, so
100
that
gold. Okay.
yeah, he can
Nice.
spice it up. He can buy little burners or something to cook on. I don't know, but he's got 100 gold.
He can just go all out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly, I think of that as like spices and stuff, like decking out a little kitchen, pots and pans, maybe plates, bowls. We're gonna be set. We're gonna be living like kings. So what is that? 294?
And
Yeah, it looks about right.
yeah, 294. Oh boy.
That's because I'm
94.
throwing numbers all over the place too.
Here we go.
All right, we are prepared, everyone. We got this.
Yeah.
All right, so we buy all the things. We probably get some looks, and then we're off on adventure. I imagine. Do we need a boat? Like, what's the easiest way to get to the place we're going? We probably need a boat.
If you wish, we may go by canoe.
We have a wagon here, you see, and we have to make sure the wagon can make it.
Wagon will not make it in the jungle.
Well, we're gonna have to make it. It might take longer, but we gotta do it.
If that is your wish, my rate remains the same.
Okay.
I feel necessary to speak on the matter in any case. A canoe may also be purchased here for 50 gold. Can hold up to 6 of you. Medium creatures. Maximum speed of 2 miles per hour. Is identical to a rowboat that I hear you use in your area of the world.
Should we get a couple canoes?
Can the canoes hold our fortress?
No, I can't imagine that they can.
I would say if you had 2 canoes, it might be possible.
1 foot in each of
'Cause
one
it's
foot
a-
of Mr. Bubbles
yeah.
in each canoe.
It's an extra dimensional space, so it only weighs what the wagon weighs, not all the stuff in.
Right.
Yeah, because it can hold 6 medium creatures, so it's not like a...
My fear is it goes underwater.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you say 2 canoes, we'll do it. Like,
Yeah, let's go with it.
Or
Just because
Yeah.
I know you want
Or
that.
just-
Because I know you want the wagon. And it's going to take forever to drag that wagon through the jungle.
or we'll just make the wagon amphibious.
Yeah.
there we go. It's a breathing wagon now.
Yeah, can we
All
make
right,
the wagon
100 gold
amphibious?
on canoes. There we go.
2 canoes.
Or can we just attach the canoes to the wagon so that we don't have to, so I don't have to carry them in the canoes? Otherwise,
I can do that.
I love the picture of me standing in the canoes,
Yes,
What
he's
foot did he-
holding the holding the wagon fortress.
like a giant floating pagoda with you as the holder.
I'm definitely going to just
Great.
mount it on there instead, because that's my job. That's what I do.
But I love the picture of me standing in the canoes, 1 foot in each.
Gonna prepare
Other
some
people
canoes.
driving actually propelling the canoes.
Oh god, here comes Mr. B's, like, razor blade axe attachments. Just like on the Lorax, just going through the forest.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't realize that we were gonna need those?
Yes, canoe shoes. Love it.
It's a good
Alright.
day.
I love being a machine.
You need to just be able to walk on water. I feel like that's what we gotta get you next.
Oh,
Water
yeah.
Walking ring.
Sounds good.
Oh, maybe we can buy one in town, and then we don't even need canoe shoes. You can just
Yeah, I
walk.
can just run across the water.
Buy some boots of water walking.
Oh my god. I can't wear boots of water walking because I've already got boots.
But a ring. I think there's a ring of water
A ring
walking.
of water
isn't there?
walking, sure, why not?
Oh my god.
Maybe instead of canoes. Well, canoes are still good in case we need to split off for a minute.
Oh my god. But the canoes can be mounted on the
can we-
fortress. Oh my god.
Who can we talk to about a ring of water walking? This is a non-joke situation.
If you are looking for magical items, Wakanga Otamu handles all of the sale of such.
Oh, isn't that where you wanted to go anyway, Act?
Yes. There's a person there afflicted with the death curse I wanted to investigate. Ask questions, etc.
Oh, and this is perfect. And you said they're in town?
Yes, I believe there's someone. It seemed to be someone in the market ward, I believe.
Yeah, let's head over there. Dr. Offbay is delighted to have problem solved this idea and is hoping to make her
Oh
dreams a
my
reality.
god. Oh my god. Ring of water walking and then wings at some point. I'm just gonna be a beast.
Fuck yeah.
More of a beast than I already am.
I don't even know how rare a ring of water walking is. I probably can't even afford one.
By the end of the campaign, Mr. Bubbles is just going to be a chimera, an amalgamation of all different kinds of attachments.
Oh,
I already am.
And it's not a
Which is
unit.
going to be even more so.
What? Off pay?
I said it's uncommon and it's not attunement. Like, how great would that
Oh, fuck, yeah.
be? So, if we can make this happen, that'd be pretty great. Solving problems.
We wouldn't even need a boat to get back to Neverwinter. We could just have the Bubbles walk.
Yup.
I mean, I imagine the waves are a problem at that point, honestly. But in the rivers, not as much.
I mean, who cares about waves? I'll walk over them. Also, for resting,
Jump
who
over them.
cares? All I have to do for resting is not move for 6 hours. So I'll just stand on the water for 6 hours motionless, holding the wagon.
Okay. Does everybody agree with the actions that we're currently taking? I don't want to.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
All right. I don't want to be that person. God, I love our stupid ideas. They're the best ideas.
I mean, I can never go back to being what I used to be.
In the current situation, would you want to?
I can't feel or I can't feel emotions really. Well, not truly. And I can't enjoy eating or breathing.
I mean, you can feel anger.
That's true. I do have emotions. They're just basic.
Basic bitch.
Damn.
Oh man, I am stoked about this wonderful idea. I really hope that we're able to find something. It's uncommon. Seems fair enough. Nomad's been quiet a while, though. I'm wondering if we're just messing up his life.
Oh, no. I'm just listening.
But we're heading to the area we think we can get magic items and talk about the death turrets.
Okay. So, you walk with Eku, who escorts you to the merchant district, merchant's ward. And let me... Alright, she escorts you through the merchant's ward where you see a lot more of the same colorful houses, but probably a little bit more well upkept. The bright colors are somehow brighter, fresher, probably a new coat plastered on every once in a while. There are rich displays of wealth. You get the sense that Port Nyanzaru, indeed Chult, is just full to the brim with wealth, even that is unfound. For the displays that you see here is featured prominently. Gold even just existing on the streets. Golden bands covering things. People walking by, nobody taking it or trying to run off with it. It's kind of abundant in a way. And Eku escorts you towards where some of the merchant prince villas may be located. You pass through and you see Golden Throne, the Temple of Savris, and other such. And she brings you to a rich, walled manse. Very well taken care of villa. It is a private residence, beautifully plastered walls adorned with bright murals, patios, and arcades festooned with fresh flowers. Garden courtyards opening up to the sky, and enormous cisterns equipped with water wheels to power fountains, fans, and kinetic sculptures. None of the merchant princes... Wait, no, not that part. You do see that the... walls surrounding the village are high, about 8 to 12 feet tall, rather thick, and a lot of them are topped with carnivore teeth, silvered seashells, and broken glass that glitters colorfully in the sun, but also deters any intruders. You are led to an opening where you see guards posted. And they greet you as Eku announces herself. Good afternoon. I have with me a number of adventurers who wish to procure some magical items. May we speak with Wakanga or perhaps one of his associates? The guards look to each other. Yes, you may enter. Wakanga is home. Though you will need to leave your weapons here with us.
Mr. B just looks down at his arm.
His arm doesn't come off.
Your
Can
auto.
I shake it a little, like trying to shake it off, like.
Can I wrap it in cloth?
Your machine can stay here with us.
All right, Mr. Bubbles, that should.
I can't.
He literally can't. I would have to stay behind too.
I can't stay. I can't be out of 30 feet.
Yeah, he's attached to me. I can't. He can't leave my side. So do you all want to go without me? That would be okay. Me and Mr. Bubbles can stay here.
I don't particularly want to go without you, but if we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. Ring of water walking.
We shall be back in a jiffy.
Okay. And Dr. Offbay will feel kind of sad that she can't also go inspect the death curse, but she is only saddened for a moment before pulling out her notes and just relaxing.
Otherwise, I would have charged in after you guys, and that wouldn't have gone well.
Through the wall.
I would have gone straight for Dr. Offbay.
Alright. Aku leaves her staff at the front with the guards, and the rest of you will drop your weapons. And Mr. B will stand sentry at the gates with Dr. O. You enter to see an ornately decorated villa. Think of all the wealth that you may have thought you know exists in the world, and jam it all into this villa. There are ornate weapons, shields, and framed paintings displayed throughout. You also see something really interesting here. This villa appears to be lit with continual flame spells, and you hear soft music playing throughout. It begins the moment that you enter through the doorway, getting the sense that it is created by magic. As you walk through, you see some swords mounted on the walls, as well as some very richly made rugs.
I think Doc would like to spend a good few minutes just admiring the decorum.
Alright, so this is some of what you see. And that will bring us to a map.
Yay, map.
Wow, a map. Holy shit.
Put you all on the map.
Whoa, a real map.
Oh, wow. Okay. I won't be able to see
Just in
any.
time for the end of the session. No, we can. We can see things.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so I have Mr. B and Dr. O on the map, but you're actually not in here because this is inside the walls. But yeah, so Viv knocked. Viv and knocked. Alright. Should actually out. There we go. All right. And you are escorted to the front door of the villa. And this is where we will end our session. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here and joining with us, tuning in to listen to our tale, Drake Takes. It is always great to see you, and I'm definitely going to be looking at some of that stuff for the DM maps for Tomb of Annihilation and Chult. Anything useful with this. I have a little bit more things to do as far as the campaign goes, but it's a sandbox, and we will see exactly what happens. It looks like they are very much into going to Oralunga and Mbala right away, and they got Eku, so Eku as their guide, so they're right on track to actually fast track this, which is kind of cool. Because we need to expedite it a little bit, because they're already level 6 and I want to get them into the stuff, so this is actually really good. It's quite fortunate. I almost thought they were going to get River Mist and Flask of Wine, though. That would have been very interesting. But those leads are leading them exactly where they need to go, so make sure you tune in next time we play. October 15th at 9 a.m. Central Time. We play for 3 hours here at the Tavern League. Make sure to get those notifications on so that you do not miss the stream. You can also go on YouTube, watch a lot of my past sessions. I have a lot of the end of Lost Mine of Phandelver finally uploaded. I have yet to do the last 2 episodes of that campaign. And that campaign is these characters. They are continuing from the Lost Mines into this one, the Tomb of Annihilation. I also run another campaign, Descent into Avernus, which plays every other Wednesday is kind of what we're doing now. I basically play when I'm able to. Now that I'm working first shift, I have a lot more availability, so hopefully we can get more sessions in on there. But recently, I have my wedding coming up, so doing a little bit of a pause in there, which kind of sucks, but you know, I got stuff to do. We play at 6 p.m. Central, playing for another 3 hours. So 6 to 9 Central Standard Time. Put that on your calendars. Make sure you are there. I'd love to see you all. Check me out on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I got Facebook. You can see all the socials and the links, descriptions and everything, the video descriptions, all that, Twitch descriptions. Thank you for being here with us. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed our tale. I hope you like these players. I hope you like me as DM. And we are happy to have you as always. Make sure to join the Discord, say hello to me on Twitter, and let's see if we can get a game going of our own. Make sure to check out the Tavern League for any openings that might arrive. But for now, it is time to say goodbye as all of our adventurers are beginning to exit the tavern. Thank you so much for being here with us. This has been the Tavern League.